Hello and welcome to another Shin-chan gacha release. Bandai's also recently released like an anniversary thing for Star Wars. You got Luke, Vader, R2, BB-8, Stormtrooper. So a lot of fan favorite characters, and Luke actually comes with like a little lightsaber, so that's really cool. I'm not going to bother picking it up because I know if I pick that up, I'm going to start picking up more of these, and I don't want to open another line of figures just to keep collecting. And I'm quite happy with just the Crayon Shin-chan stuff, so that's what I'm going to stick with. So we have Crayon Shin-chan in his sports uniform. This is what you see him during recess, and for example when they're doing like outdoor activities, that's how he looks like. Yeah, pretty cool. He still just has the same head or expression as his other versions, and that's a bit of a bummer. Like, the figure itself is kind of nice, and obviously as the main character you're gonna have him in every set of these releases, but you know, you look at his pajamas look and his regular look, he has this exact same head. Like, just come on, give us a different expression. It's not hard, just a different print would be so much. And of course, aside from that, we're also further completing the collection of his family. So you got his mother right there, and yeah, that's one of her more like traditional colors that she wears. That's awesome. On the other side of things, we are starting to finish up with his own group of friends. So I don't know what their names are in English, but he's the kid that always cries and is always scared of everything, and here's the kid with the super snot that he can use. What has he used his snot with? At first he can do different attacks with it and swing it around like a whip. I think he has used it like in one of the movies to actually grab onto something and pull it towards him, or even swing across like a canyon. It's yeah, super snot. Speaking of school people, we also carry on to complete some of the teachers. So you got Shin-chan's teacher and teacher from the next class, where Shin-chan always comments on how she can never find a date or a boyfriend, and she's starting to get older, even though she's only reaching something like 30 years old, and he's like, oh, she's getting old and she should never get a boyfriend, and she gets really irritated. It's so funny. And we have one of the main students from her class. Not really a bully, just a bit of a douche. I mean, look at him, he looks like a bit of a douche, but he's not really a bully. He doesn't go around like hurting people or anything, but he always tries to one-up all the kids in Shin-chan's class. So, and if you didn't watch any of the previous video, basically these figures, they have a ball joint for the head, and the hands move up and down. And they have a little hole peg underneath for them to stick on the stand. There's usually no detailed printing on the backs of these. And as all these figures, they're all still pretty good. I would say that I know it's a cheap gacha upon release, but this hairline here it's a little bit too obvious for my liking, kind of disturbs the look and ruins the figures just a little bit, but otherwise these figures are still pretty good. For a Crayon Shin-chan fan, this is definitely a treat. Like, just all these figures come together, they look really good, they're all very colorful, and they look like the part. They're not so cheapy eyes or cuter eyes, that they don't look like the actual counterparts. And just like I mentioned in some of the previous videos, that because Shin-chan itself has this cute look, it lends itself really well to what they've done here with this style of figures. And obviously there's no accessories with them, and they all have the same bodies and stuff, but for the price that these go for, I think this is a very nice novelty. Obviously, I would like if something like Nendoroid had a Shin-chan figure. I would like if SH Figuarts release Action Kamen, that'd be really good. So, but until we get stuff like that, this is a nice, bit of a thing to play around with. In the past, we've always had like just random Shin-chan figures and bootlegs of random Shin-chan figurines that are sort of like gacha stuff. They don't move anything, just stand there. But what we have here is pretty nice. The overall quality and the smoothness and the stylized look of these are all pretty good. So I'm quite happy with these. So what can we expect from the next wave? We've completed his main family, we completed his main batch of friends, and get some of his fictional characters in there as well. So I'm gonna guess like the next version of Crayon Shin-chan himself, maybe his actual school uniform with the blue uniform, an actual hat to go on him. So that'll be a new mode, of course, but I think it's something that we need to get for him. Either that or one of his many weird costume looks, but I'm gonna put my bets on an actual school uniform first. As for the other characters, I'm gonna start expecting his grandpa and grandma from his dad's side, because they're the funny ones and the more famous ones. His mother's side is not that obvious, so his dad's dad and his dad's mom. I'm gonna expect those. The girl that's obsessed with Shin-chan, the rich girl from the school, I'm gonna expect that as well. And maybe Action Carmen's arch nemesis. And otherwise, I'm not really sure what other characters they can do that really fits in here. Maybe they're weird lovey-dovey neighbors, like the super obsessed couple that super love each other, but as soon as one person says maybe one wrong thing, it's like, oh, it's the end of the world, huge slap, break up, and then they start crying, and then they overreact into super lovey-dovey couples again. They're hilarious. So maybe them, who knows? Oh, maybe the girl's bodyguard that's obsessed with Shin-chan. Maybe him too. So yes, pretty nice, lot of figures. I hope this line has at least 1 or 2 more waves. That'd be really nice to make it feel really complete. Kind of like how we get like a Lego mini figure series of characters. That'd be nice. Yeah. Subscribe, suggest, and comment below, and guys, take care and have a nice day. I will see you guys soon. Bye bye now.